Yeah, what's up everybody? In this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to recreate the WhatsApp logo, the WhatsApp icon that we all know of, the green and white. But before you are able to do this, you have to make sure that you already have Adobe Photoshop CSS extended or a later version of Adobe Photoshop on your computer before you can watch this video. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already subscribed to get notified of any other video that I'm going to be posting here. Now let's start by opening our Adobe Photoshop. This is how it looks, and I'm sure you already are familiar with the Adobe Photoshop. Alright, so we press Ctrl+N to bring up the pop-up menu, and then you select the size that you want. So I'm just gonna be keeping it like that. And with my previous work I was using the grid lines, and then so you can see the grid lines over here. Maybe you don't have yours, you can just come to view, show, then you go to grid. As you can see, as I did it again, it has undone the first action. So I go to show again. If I will really want to use it, I press grid and it's there. Oh la la. Okay, so I'm going to be using this grid to guide me through my work, and I'm going to be using some rulers also. So let's just import some rulers by going to view, new guide. I'm going to be using a 50% so that it's absolutely in the middle. I'm going to do it again, the same process, and this time I'm going to go to vertical and then 50% again so that it also divides it evenly. Okay, so now you can see this is the first one and this is the second one, horizontal, vertical. It has been divided, so this is a fixed point. Okay, so now let's bring in our shapes. So that we can try the WhatsApp logo, the design. I'm just gonna have to unlock this thing, and then I'm gonna change the color to a new thing. So blending options, go to color overlay, let's just change it. Okay, let's use this. Sorry if my color doesn't look okay to you, but that is what I choose. You can choose any color that you want to. So let's go to shapes. You click on shapes, you can just use the shortcut that is U, and then you press shift to make the circle even. Okay, let's make it like this. Okay, and then remove the circle into the middle. Alright, move the circle into the middle. How do you know that it's in the middle? You press Ctrl T and then zoom in to make sure that it is really in the middle. As you can see, it is in the middle. Okay, so mine was at first touch. I don't know about yours. If your first touch will actually be in the middle, you can try that. If it's not in the middle, use the arrow keys to adjust it a little bit so that the center of the circle lies in the middle of the rulers that you have brought, the guidelines. Okay, the horizontal and vertical. Alright, so let's change this color to I'm gonna swap this one and then make sure that this one is white, absolute white. Okay, very good. I'm gonna I'm gonna let you know why I'm using white right now. You know that the borderlines of WhatsApp icon is white, so I'm gonna use the whole white for an example so that later I can use that. Alright, so we are going to create a new layer by pressing Ctrl Shift N to get a new layer. And then what we are going to do in the new layer is you select the pen tool and make sure your pen tool is at shape, so that anything you do becomes a shape. Let's introduce a new border here and then. Okay, so now we click here and then we come to the end. That's where they are meeting over here, and then let me use this side as well. Okay, so now you can see I press Vin to get back to what I'm doing, and then control this one and then Control E so that it is merged. Okay, now you can see the shape has been merged. This is the WhatsApp. This is how the shape looks like. Okay, so I undo it, and then now I'm going to go to quick one to so that I select everything in the pixel here. Sorry. Alright, so before I do that, I'm gonna rasterize this layer so that it becomes a single layer. So whenever I go across the layer like this, you can see it's selected very perfectly. I'm going to select, modify, contract to reduce some of it. Let me use 15. Okay, 15 doesn't look okay for me. Let me undo it and then repeat the process again. Now I'm going to use it's select, modify, contract. Now I'm going for 20, and you see how it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to click on it, fill, and then background color. Okay, I'm going to leave it there so that it picks the green there. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it looks like, right? Very good. This is how it looks like. And we are going to bring our phone icon, which I think you will have to download one of it yourself. And let's go through. Okay, I have phone icon over here, so I place my phone icon. I just reduce the size of the phone, and I think the direction is already okay for me. Let me increase it a little bit. Alright. Let me make sure that the center of the phone also lies in the center of. Very good. As you can see, this is the center of it. So if it is already in the center, then I think I'm doing a great job. I click OK, and let me rasterize the layer. Then let's go back to color overlay. So you go to blending options, color overlay, and then you select the white so that it appears white. Or if you don't want to use it that way, let me cancel it. You just go for Ctrl U to bring up the hue and saturation pop-up menu. Just send it to the white, into the white, and you get something like this. So now let me remove everything. The guys, I'm going to remove the grid, and I'm going to remove the guys too. In fact, I'm going to remove everything. So this is how the WhatsApp icon is now looking like. Let me merge them again, and they become one. So I move it upwards. Let's say if I want to type WhatsApp there. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep it like this. Alright, and now this is the final work. If you want to save it, I believe you already know how to save something on Adobe Photoshop. You just go for Ctrl S, and then you select the JPEG option or any other format that you want to use. I'm going to use the JPEG, so, and then I'm keeping it on my desktop, and then I give it a name. So let's say WhatsApp icon. Save it like this. Okay, now let's go back to check if it's already there. This is it. Okay, so this is our WhatsApp icon now, and I think it looks perfect. Even if it doesn't look perfect to you, it looks perfect to me. Okay, so this is how to recreate WhatsApp icon with Adobe Photoshop CSS. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more of these videos, and until then, see you next time.